Okay. Hi everyone. Here is the first update that I'm doing for the vision board that I created using mindfulness. The date is January 16th. So we're just over the 2 week part. Cut this part. Let's start again. Hi everyone. This is the update on the vision board. Hi everyone. This is the first update I'm doing on the vision board I created using mindfulness as a tool to become more clear on how I'd like 2026 to go. So let's start by looking at the vision board one more time just to remind us. And maybe I'm doing this more because I really like how it turned out. I'm quite happy with this. Sorry, I'm still getting used to camera stuff. So there we go. And let's put this back over here so it's out of the way. And let's talk about the goals that I created from the vision board. So the ones that I'm working on, we don't need to go through all of them. So goal 1, be more active. And I'm not going to go through the SMART stuff all over again. If you're interested in how I created the SMART goal from the vision board, then please see the first video. And that was starting January 2nd and ongoing. I'm really quite proud of myself. I've been active every day that I said I would be active, which was 6 days a week. Last Sunday I took off and I wasn't exercising. And then yesterday I did not exercise because I've been struggling a lot with my mood. And we'll go into more detail about that after I go through the goals. But the good thing is that because I have allowed myself one day to take off and not exercise, I can move that day around, and flexibility on that is really important, especially right now. So goal 2, get more speaking engagements. This has actually exploded. So my goal was to have a new speaking engagement every month from February onward. And I actually have a speaking engagement booked for January 27th, I believe, which came out kind of out of nowhere. It didn't really, because when I look back on it, I had talked to this person, but it wasn't really in my consciousness that this was going to be something that would happen in January. So I'm grateful for that. I'm working with a gentleman, his name is Summit, and he has a group called Clarity Movement, and through that I should be able to get a speaking engagement or even a few. And actually I'll just talk about it right now. So that one, I do have one of the forms up and on my computer that I do need to finish. I do have to do another video for that. Or maybe reuse the one that I put on a different form. I haven't decided yet, because when I did do that, I think I was in a better headspace, and today I'm doing okay, but I'm not sure I have the energy to do a second video today. Or maybe this is something I just put off for another day. I'll decide that later on. And time bound by February 15th, then one new engagement per month for 2026. I've exceeded that goal. So I'm I'm doing really well on that, and I'm really grateful for that, and I'm proud of myself. Goal 3, get my program started and offered. So, um, time bound. Okay, so I was supposed to talk to some practitioners, and I did actually make an attempt to talk to them. There were some obstacles, like to physically talk to somebody. So I pivoted and I sent some emails. I'm not going to go into all the details. It's just that I had to pivot, and I did. And at this point, with the health practitioners, maybe that one will continue on, but I think I just have to move away from that for a moment. There's just so much negativity in my head right now. So, um, why don't I just move right into that? That goal is actually doing pretty well in terms of the offer. How I'm offering is kind of moving and changing organically as I move through talking to different people and creating collaborations. I've created several collaborations in the last couple months, and those things are now moving into somewhere where they're going to be paid for workshops, webinars, and other events, retreats. I started January 5th off like on a high. Like I was so proud of myself and just so excited. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but near the end of the day on January 5th, my mood had plummeted for various reasons. Um, if this was a purely me situation, then I would give you full details, but this isn't. So I have to honor the fact that there's other people involved in this situation and not um, put anything out there that they wouldn't want to hear, or like privacy and confidentiality kind of stuff. So I'm just going to talk from my perspective. And I've just had to really allow myself to feel a lot of like challenging feelings that I've been having. And I don't always sit with those easily, which I mentioned in the first video, because it's on my vision board to sit with my feelings more often. And the universe provides. And so I have been challenged with some very strong, challenging feelings that have prevented me from really being excited about my journey in this moment. There's a lot of self-judgment. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of scarcity. There's sadness. And with the scarcity, there's really, I feel insecure financially. I'm feeling insecure with my abilities. So I wish this was a more positive video, but I truly am struggling right now, and I really don't want to poo-poo it, but the wintertime here in Canada is really dark a lot, and I think that affects mood. I think I'm also on a journey where I'm learning how to honor myself and be more confident in my abilities. And when challenged with that, it brings up a lot of anger and resentment, which I'm not sure if everyone knows who's watching this, but anger and resentment are a secondary feeling, usually covering up a more vulnerable feeling. And so I've mentioned those, which is fear, insecurity, sadness. And I'm just taking time right now to allow myself to feel the feelings because I really don't know where to go from here. I do feel grateful for all of the opportunities that are presenting themselves, and they all feel aligned with me, but I'm really, I don't want to move into any more opportunities with this mindset of the scarcity, the insecurity, the fear. So I am allowing myself time to just be, which is new for me. Well, not new, but really, you know, I'm still new to this. Instead of pushing those feelings away and pulling up my big girl panties and moving on, um, it's time to sit. So that's where I'm at. Um, I was about to say, I'm sorry that this isn't a more positive video, but um, in reality, I'm not sorry. I think this is fair for you to see that I'm vulnerable. Um, and this is difficult. And emergence is hard or uncomfortable, maybe is more of a better word. And I'm definitely feeling that. And yeah, I think I'm just going to stop there. I'll just ramble on forever. But that's where I'm at today. And I hope that over time you're going to see growth, but I can't guarantee that. Actually, I can because I have grown. Anyways, I'm going to end there, and that vibrating sound means I have to move into a meeting. So I will talk to you again in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.